as Ash used every moment of his time non-stop training and preparing every Pokemon that he caught so far in the Unova region. Ash quickly thinks of every situation and even looks at what cameramen in the Pokemon Online tournament where which Pokemon that cameraman is they use the tournament, and not to mention he also watches the matches with Cameron's other matches and quickly makes a perfect mark on his plan. And for the rest of the day, he plans on a certain six of Pokemon that he is determined to use. And Iris and Clarence always wants to help their friend, and luckily Iris and Clarence uses the strongest Pokemon on their hand to help Ash and his Pokemon to get up on the training. And Ash simply waits for the next day. As Ash simply finished watching, Chip managed to pull off a slam dunk victory on his part. And once Ash's name is called up, he simply goes to the chamber and watches Chip is walking past him without even saying anything to one another, but the stare simply says off. Simply Chip saying to Ash, "You better not lose until we battle, Ash." And once the two pass each other and Ash makes their way, and Cameron is already there waiting for him, and both of them seems to be in a surprise, but unfortunately Ash is momentary of smile seems to go down, and Cameron seems to notice but understand the situation that they need to take this very seriously as both of them wait for the referee. As Cameron and Ash is waiting for the referee to begin the match, the two tries simply stare one another as Cameron is grinning in excitement, while Ash, you're about to meet my secret weapon and it's about to win me this whole tournament, while sending out a very legendary status Pokemon, a powerful Hydreigon. And Ash is really surprised by Cameron's powerful Pokemon and surprised that Cameron kept this powerhouse in secret this whole time. And Cameron is simply great with Hydreigon by my side. He has no chance you could win this, Ash, and I'll be on the top. Let's see about that as Ash simply sends out his Brock Pokemon to battle Boulder here. Ash knows that Boulder won't able to defeat his powerful Hydron. He just simply wants to scat out on what Hydron is capable of, and sending out his most tankiest Pokemon in battle be a big help for him. But unfortunately, he's still facing off a pseudo legendary Pokemon as Hydreigon simply sends out a powerful dog. But luckily, Boulder simply got defense itself with a powerful iron defense. It does for Boulder to resist some of the damage, but once Boulder has managed to defend itself, it quickly launches a powerful flash cannon, but unfortunately for Boulder, the Hydreigon simply uses advantage with the extra head firing off a powerful flamethrower and also recovering from the Dragon Force. This move simply cancels each other's out, but luckily Boulder seems to be slightly faster and allowing it to launch a powerful rock slide as Hydreigon is forcefully to run away but one of its wings is greatly hit by the storm, but it managed to still fly on top, but having one of its wings injured would be detriment to the flight command here. But luckily Boulder is being a much more defensive Pokemon, meaning Cameron can take the opportunity on going full out by commanding Hydreigon to do a powerful tri-beam attack. And the 3 elemental beam simply hits Boulder unguarded, allowing Boulder to too much damage in the process. But luckily Boulder simply is standing up pretty strong, and once Hydreigon simply charging for another turn, this commands Ash to do one of its tricks here, using a powerful sandstorm blinding Hydreigon, meaning it would stop the momentum and trying to find a way to find Boulder here. But unfortunately the Hydreigon even with the extra hairs helping, it doesn't helping much, and also it's getting hit by a powerful flash cannon directly at its back. But luckily, Cameraman has one move that could handle the situation with a powerful Draco Meteor, as the three heads simply glow with a powerful aura in their mouth and launching powerful dragon meteors in the battlefield. And unfortunately, Boulder is a very tanky Pokemon, but it isn't capable of defending up against the strongest dragon type move of all time, meaning Boulder is simply knocked out, and Ash is quickly surprised how powerful this Hydron is. And Ash is no other choice but to call Boulder here, and quickly needs to think the other Pokemon he needs to send out. Main problem is Hydreigon is simply too strong, and the only Pokemon Ash could think of is Krookodile, but he doesn't want to resort to that yet. And not to mention, Hydreigon is capable of flying in the air, and not only that, it seems to be immune to the ground typing, meaning it's going to have a big advantage to a Krookodile. But Ash has one Pokemon that could help in this situation, sending out Lavanny to battle. And once the battle begins, Cameron wastes no chances with a powerful flamethrower, but to its surprise, Lavanny simply dodges the way by literally skating away the flamethrower and launching a powerful Exorcist, doing super effective damage thanks to being a bug type. But luckily, Hydreigon won't go a direct attack and simply flies away and launching a powerful tri-attack. But unfortunately for Lavanny is using its advantage with speed, allowing to avoid most of the damage. And once Hydreigon gets frustrated enough on the fact that it couldn't land a single hit, it forces to get closer enough so that it could land a hit with a powerful flash gun. And this move does seems to greatly hit Lavanny, but this leads for them to get into Ash and Lavanny's trap, as Lavanny uses a powerful string shot and simply is slowing down Hydreigon. And not only that, the string shot seems to holds in itself and forcing Hydreigon to stand up, which is very comfortable, and tries its best to get off the string shot of his way by using its teeth to cut down the string shot. But unfortunately, this leaves Hydreigon to be exposed by multiple excesses by Lavanny. But once Hydreigon it simply frees itself, Cameron commands for a powerful throw, but not towards Lavanny, towards the ground. And once Hydreigon unleashes a powerful flamethrower, scorching the earth, this greatly damages Lavanny because it's unable to dodge the area effect of. But luckily, since the flamethrower isn't directly attacked, not only that, the flamethrower seems to be weakened thanks to the drawbacks of the powerful Dragon Meteor, which as does notice, and Lavanny is taking a lot of damage because of its quadruple typing, but is still standing there waiting for Ash to command for another move, and Ash commands for a powerful energy ball. Even though Hydreigon is being stunned by string shot, this does stuff for Hydreigon to dodge out of the way. Because of its legendary status, Hydreigon simply pushes through the injuries and launching a powerful flame, but luckily Lavanny seems to dodge the flame. Cameron is thinking to himself, this Lavanny is very hard to judge and is unsure how to hit the bug Pokemon, but he has one move that could do the job, but it's too risky because it will greatly reduce the damage of special attacks, and that's pretty much all Hydreigon's moveset. But he has no other choice but to do it because it's worth to knock out Ash's other Pokemon while he still hasn't. One of his isn't knocked out yet, as Cameron attempted to call a powerful Draco Meteor, but unfortunately Ash simply recalls Lavanny here. This leaves Cameron surprised, including everyone in the arena, and Ash simply is thanking Lavanny, but Krookodile needs to finish this, and Lavanny in the Pokemon seems to understand what Ash is trying to do. With this, he quickens his eyes, putting his forehead closer to Krookodile's Pokeball and whispers, "Please give me strength," as Ash sends our Krookodile to battle. Once Krookodile simply flashes its glass, sits with and ready for the battle, the two docked Pokemon simply stare at each other and simply starts to growl one another. But they don't attack first because they patiently wait for their trainers to call attack, and immediately both trainers calls out for a flash cannon, and Ash simply commands for a powerful Dragon Claw. Thanks to Lavenny's string shot slowing down Hydreigon, meaning Krookodile is able to get there much more faster and unleashing a powerful Draco energy towards Hydreigon, and this seems to be a very effective and Cameron commands for Hydreigon to fly up and command a powerful tri-attack, and Krookodile seems to dodge all the way, but unfortunately it couldn't dodge all the beams as the ice beam form of tri-beam seems to hit Krookodile. Even though it's not a ice beam, it's still a very effective move nonetheless, which causes Krookodile to launch a powerful stone edge towards the Hydreigon, and it does do some effective damage, but luckily Hydreigon took the pain and quickly moves on through with a powerful flamethrower engulfing Krookodile in the full flames of it, and but luckily Krookodile seems to pull off the flames away and launching another powerful crunch attack, and Krookodile is chomping on Hydreigon's one of his arms and refuse to let go of it, which forces Hydreigon to launch a powerful tri-attack on Krookodile. And not only that, it also took that damage because it was too close for combat, but it does the job done by letting Croc to let go of it, forcing to let its jaws open. And luckily Hydreigon is using its fight to its full advantage, and Cameron knows this, and at this point Hydreigon might be up before Krookodile is, so he has no other choice but to call a powerful Draco Meteor, as Hydreigon uses its full dragon type aura itself and launching towards the sky, spreading out the air with a powerful dragon Meteor. Luckily Ash has a strategy to avoid the damage completely by commanding Krookodile to dive into the ground with a dig, and Cameron is taking surprise attack even though Krookodile did avoid the damage, but still is taking the shockwave after the Draco Meteor, meaning only 2/4 of the damage, and once Hydreigon is finishing off pulling the attack, and Krookodile immediately jumps it throughout the ground and launching a powerful Dragon Claw, but unfortunately Hydreigon will refuse to let its guard down and launching a powerful Tri-Beam attack as the two moves collide one another, greatly reducing Hydreigon and seems to get very tired of it. And not only that, Krookodile to avoid the damage, but unfortunately it took the nasty side effect of the Tri-Beam attack. It's on here, meaning Krookodile won't last long in the battle, and Ash knows this, and Cameron quickly knows that and uses it to its advantage. And once Cameron looks down towards his next choice, he sends out a very powerful Samurai to battle. Looking over his own Pokemon, Ash decides that Krookodile wouldn't be effective against his water, so he simply returns Krookodile and sends out Lavenny, even though he knows that Lavenny is already been heavy damage, but he knows that Lavenny could handle this. As the referee continues on the battle, both trainers calls for a respective move, as Cameron calls for a powerful Razor Set and Lavenny is calling for a powerful X-Scissor, as the two Pokemon clash there like swords to one another. But unfortunately for Lavenny, Samurai has the advantage because it's actually holding weapons, and Lavenny is using its arm for like swordsmanship. But luckily the Razor doesn't do much damage against Lavenny, and once Ash knows this and unleashes upon a powerful energy ball, and once Lavenny managed to get itself a far good distance away, she simply commands a powerful energy ball towards Samurai, dealing incredible damage. But unfortunately for Lavenny, it quickly got surprised by a powerful ice beam from the Samurai, as Gary is thinking, I always prepare for my Pokemon on the disadvantage types, and Samurai managed to slow down Lavenny, and not to mention it managed to throw its leg towards the ground. environment simply require good luck at dodging this attack. Samurai use Hydro Pump. As the large order simply commands up the most strongest water move it could manage and striking Raven full force. But unfortunately, Raven attempted to run away, but unfortunately its leg is frozen, meaning it's much more harder to dodge. Even though it's resistant, the attack by Hydro Pump is still a very powerful move, taking the full damage without trying to block any of it. When Samurai tries to do a powerful Aqua Jet, Levani simply uses its frozen leg as a makeshift shield. As Samurai crushes down the ice leg, freeing Levani and manages to move out of the way, only taking 40% of the Aqua Jet and unleashing a powerful X-Scissors, and this seems a very critical damage to a Samurai, but unfortunately for Levani, it seems to running out of time. Luckily for Ash, he quickly calls for one move that could potentially win him the match. Levani used String Shot but aim it everywhere in the battlefield, as Ash is taking influence from High Dragon's flamethrower tactic, as Levani simply spreads out the battle with its Selkia. And not only that, it seems like Samurai is being drastically slowed down every time he tries to move forward, which Levani takes it towards an advantage because its ability to swift outrage, it simply avoids from his own string shot and manages to get close enough with a powerful leaf blade, and this will manage to knock out the Samurai Pokemon out, leaving Cameron to be surprising, as Raven is pretty down towards the conclusion because he really wants to show off his Samurai gear by simply grins aside and by regardless excited to continue on as he sends out his powerful fortress to battle. This simply defensive mark is throwing Ash a loop because he hasn't actually fought this type of species before, meaning Ash will be much more worried for this one, so he commands Levani to do a powerful energy ball, as the energy ball simply launches towards fortress, but to Ash's surprise it simply bounced off its iron defense, and Ash quickly realized how sturdy this Pokemon is, as Cameron replies for a powerful heavy slam, as Fortress uses its limbs as a weapon, managed to hit once and twice again on Levani, using its huge weight to its advantage and crushing Levani, but luckily enough Levani only took some of the damage by quickly moving other way, but quickly its leg is very injured and is making much more harder to move around, and Ash knows this, so he has no other choice here, but he quickly thought this all of Levani's won't do anything against Fortress typing, but he could Ash breeze aside and quickly command for a leaf storm, occurring for Levani any sort of damage as Levani glows with its aura glowing green. Levani simply dashes towards Fortress, but Cameron simply counter with another heavy slam as Levani tries to strike through against its armor, but it simply failed as Fortress uses all of his limb, crushing Levani all of its weight as Levani is simply knocked out, and simply Ash breathes aside. I figured as much, but regardless, Ash returns to Levani and quickly still praises how much it fought, and Ash simply sends out his best counter against this combination of grass and steel type, his fire type, and he sends out Pignite to battle as the pig Pokemon simply light up his tussle with pure ember. As Pignite eagerly wants to showcase his powers to everyone, especially to Ash, Pignite quickly charges it with a powerful arm thrust as the pig Pokemon manages to do so against the Fortress Pokemon, but it quickly notices Pignite seems to be being damaged slightly from contacting, and this made Ash confused, so Ash would thinking about it but is too occupied in the heat of the battle as Cameron commands his fortress to a powerful power whip as the fortress Pokemon simply clash its used arms like a whip, powerful, dangerous whip, slashing down and Pignite. But luckily, thanks to Pignite stepping and allowed to resist it, and managed to hang on one of Fortress's limbs and managed to toss it around. And not only that, once Fortress is crushed down, Pignite quickly charges in for a powerful flame charge, as this causes massive damage to the quadruple way to fire from Fortress. Not only that, it seems like Pignite seems to get even faster from the move, and Ash eagerly wants to end the match. Quick commands Pignite to do a powerful flame flare. Unfortunately for Pignite, he hoping to take out Cameron's Pokemon first, but unfortunately Cameron is being much more aware that Pignite is holding a very powerful fighter move, as Cameron commands his fortress to slam its limbs to the ground, forcing it to be up in the sky and avoid the flames. And not only that, fortress seems to crash down a Pignite and using the gravity as extra weight, leaving a heavy slam to be devastating damage, landing on Pignite. And Pignite is in a difficult situation because fortress is pinning him to the ground. And not only that, it seems like touching fortress seems to ignore Pignite, like it's taking damage of it. And not only that, fortress seems to launch a powerful leaf siege, meaning that Pignite is in an alarm clock as fortress Cameron commands for a powerful power whip as fortress slams its limb towards Pignite, and Pignite is unable to dodge attack because of its spin situation. Luckily, Ash quickly commands for a flamethrower, and the flamethrower seems to force fortress to get off of Pignite, attempting to avoid any sort of that, but it took some of the damage, but it's still enough for Pignite to free himself. And not only that, Pignite seems to wear down slightly, but Ash noticed that Pignite is taking a lot of damage because of the leeching, and Ash quickly questioned Leechy shouldn't able to do that much damage. So Ash quickly realized towards Fortress and quickly realized something, so he needs to check by pulling out his Pokédex, finding the information. It has the ability Iron Ball, meaning any contact with Pignite makes against Fortress does small bit of damage, and Ash is an idiot for not realizing this sooner. And Cam simply go this way. It's too late for you, Ash, because Pignite seems to really wear down from the ability, and now we're gonna knock it out. Fortress use heavy slam again, but unfortunately for Cameron, it seems like the situation that he is gets him a bit cocky and forgetting that Pignite can just use long range attack to avoid activating its ability, as Ash commands a powerful flamethrower, and this time since Fortress is using heavy slam and is unable to dodge it otherwise because it's processing the move, meaning Fortress took the full blast of flamethrower. This move seems to knock out Fortress, stunning Cameron, but quickly noticed towards Pignite, and Leechai is still kicking in, meaning that his next Pokemon would have a fair day for Pignite, as Cameron returns Fortress and sent out his Electric to battle. Electros to battle, and Ash is barely more wary and notice Electra seems to float in the air, and notice this Pokemon has the ability to levitate, and not to mention this might make it difficult for Pignite to get on close because Electra can simply float away. And even though Cameron acts like an idiot, he has a mad genius in battle that Ash has noticed and has to respect it, because if he doesn't respect Cameron, he might lose it. So he commands Pignite for a distance again with a powerful flamethrower. But as Ash predicts, Electra seems to move out of the way using its levitate to its advantage by simply moving in close and dodging, and this seems to mimic like how Ash commands Leviathan to dodge by dodging and getting close with a powerful close-up attack. And Ash quickly realizes but it's too late, as Electra seems to use Crush Claw. It does significant damage, and not only that, it seems to lower Pignite's low defense, meaning Electra seems to have an easier time hitting. But unfortunately, Electra does get hit by a powerful arm thrust as Pignite slams its two arms clash Electra's. But unfortunately, this result seems to be nothing because Pignite seems to be slowed down by Leechy, meaning Electra seems to be back in almost because of it. And not only that, Pigline is very tired from the previous battle, allowing Electros to take the advantage. Pignite's lower defense by using an acrobatic move, which is a super effective damage, and seems to knock out Pignite as Electro seems to cross its body, slamming into Pignite, and Ash is forced to return back to Pignite to his Pokeball. And after thinking over his next choice, Ash thinks about Krookodile but decides to shut that down because Electros can simply move out of the way of Crocorock's ground type thing. And only that Electros can return the damage with a super effective acrobatic. So Ash will set out a different Pokemon approach. But he knows that other choices will be just as so he decides by Ash looking to his body Pikachu, and Pikachu already knows what his trainer is thinking, as Pikachu is already sent out the battle, waiting patiently for his trainer. As the battle commences, it seems like Electra seems to have a stronger advantage by physical, but unfortunately for Cameron, Pikachu is much more faster than the Electros. Not only that, it seems like Pikachu in control of the speed here, allowing to take advantage by zipping around the battlefield, making Electros frustrated to land a single hit towards Pikachu because most of its move is physical attacks, because of that it's getting frustrated and allowing Pikachu to shot out a few Thunderbolts and Electro Ball towards Electron, but it seems to be unaffected by another electric like Electros. And because of this, Cameron is losing the positioning throughout the battle pacing and is unable to control the battle, allowing Ash to be uncontrolled. And not only that, it seems that Ash and Pikachu already found their footing in the battle, which surprises Cameron and quickly thinks that these two has been spending a lot of time and battling together. I'm jealous they could just do that. It took me a while for water to get in sync just by water my Pokemon, but Cameron is more determined to defeat Ash once and for all, as he commands for Electros to quickly stop chasing Pikachu and try to predict where Pikachu will attack first, as Electros is quickly stopped by his trainers quickly changing his tactic, as Electra seems to focus where Pikachu is going for and quickly notice something as Electra took the opportunity with a powerful wild charge and directly hits towards Pikachu, earning Pikachu a severe dash, but it's still fighting in condition to keep control of the speed by running around. And this leads Ash to be surprised by Cameron's willingness to switch out battle strategy, and Ash is simply praising it, but unfortunately for Cameron, Ash is determined to win this, and Ash commands for a powerful Electro Ball, as Pikachu simply uses its Electro Ball to quickly to hunt down and aiming for Electros, but unfortunately Ash is surprised by Cameron again using moves that isn't attempt for certain things. As for example, Cameron commands for Electros to use Crunch Core to destroy the Electro Ball, and not only that, this causes Pikachu to be surprised again and allows Electros to do a powerful Crunch attack, and it seems to grab onto Pikachu and refuse to let go, but luckily Ash managed to make Pikachu free himself by slamming its Iron Tail towards Electra, forcing to let go of it. But unfortunately, this does cause a Pikachu to greatly hurt his leg in the process, because he did Iron Tail such a weird angle, allowing Electros to have the speed control here. As Carmen takes the Pikachu's injuries to advantage by commanding Electros to do a bunch of water charge Pikachu, but luckily Ash is quick enough to command and that could assist Pikachu's speed here by using quick attack, as the two electric Pokemon simply dash towards one another, attempting to outspeed one another. But unfortunately, Electra seems seemingly is having a hard time, and not only because of the Watch's drawbacks, because it's doing damage to Pikachu, but in return is hurting is because of the recall damage. And not only that, quick tag allows the user to be much more faster and it hits the opponent first before the opponents could hit Pikachu. And once Cameron attempted to finish off Pikachu once and for all with a powerful Watch charge, but unfortunately Pikachu is using its tail in a weird angle where Pikachu is pointing its tail towards the ground, and not only that, it seems as commands for Pikachu to use its tail to transform into its Iron Tail move. And this move seems to soften the wild charge. Not only that, it seems all the electric Q goes towards the ground, and surprised by Ash's clever trick, as not only Electra is once again on the back foot, and also surprised by Pikachu, and Pikachu lands a powerful Iron Tail, and the Iron seems to supercharge because of the electric surge on the underground. This move seems to knock out the Electros here, allowing Pikachu to be the victory here, and leaving Cameron scatter its brain by simply pulling its band on his forehead and slamming it forcibly. And all of a sudden he has an idea and sending out his second Pokemon to battle, leaving Ash to be surprised by the results.
Once Cameron returns to Electric back to his Pokeball, Cameron sends out his weird Pokemon out, sending out a Watchog Pokemon, and Ash is surprised that Cameron has one of these because it's unusual for the species to be a battle, but it seems like Cameron is confident for Watchog being a battle. So with that in mind, Ash quickly counters with a powerful Thunderbolt, but to Ash's surprise, Watchog simply doesn't attempt to dodge out of the way. It only stands and watch, and in the last minute, Watchog seems to dodge out of the way, unleashing a powerful Super Fang, as the Watchog simply dashes towards Pikachu at frightening speed, able to launch its huge teeth on Pikachu, dealing critical damage. Not only that, it seems like Pikachu has been flinched by Hyper Fang and allows Watchog to go off with a powerful Shadow Ball, and thus does significant damage towards Pikachu. And because of this, Ash to question himself should he let Pikachu battle on, because Pikachu is very tired from running around the Electrite before. So Ash will quickly make a call for Pikachu to return back, as Pikachu quickly goes to his Pokemon side, and Pikachu seems to catch its breath finally, and Ash simply stretches his Pokemon's head. Don't worry about it, the next one should handle Watchog, as Ash simply sends out Swanna to battle. Immediately, Watchog is simply gets surprised by Swanna's speed here, meaning Ash noticed something that finally clicks, and Ash knows what Cameron is strategy with Watchog, as well as will simply call for Swanna to do a powerful aerial ace, as the Swanna Pokemon simply dodges towards Watchog, but unexpectedly Watchog attempted to find a way where Swanna would attack. Once Swanna moves out of the way, Watchog tried to attempt to dodge away, but unfortunately Swanna did make a fake out and went to the other side, unleashing a powerful unguarded aerial ace, which leads to Watcher and Cameron surprise, which made Ash is correct. As Ash points out, Cameron is using Watchog's ability to look out in the opponent's movement, and because Swanna is flying in the air, is making much more harder for Watchog to focus on the battle, and Cameron is gritting. That goes that strategy. But don't worry, I trusted in Watchog to take out your Swanna. Watchog, use Shadow Ball. Luckily, the Shadow Form finds its mark, but unluckily for Swanna, being a much more stronger flyer, is able to keep its altitude in the air and unleashing a powerful Skull attack as the water seems to blast towards Hedgehog, giving Swanna a bigger opportunity to close in with a powerful aerial ace again. But there's one move that is moving surprisingly cutting off by Ash, as Watcher simply used Tic-Tac to avoiding the attack altogether and unleashing a powerful Hyper Fang on Swanna's swing. And once Swanna managed to get rid of Watchog's wing and managed to fly up there, but as we can notice, one is having a hard time getting up in the air, meaning one of its wing is severely damaged and it's gonna make it harder for Swanna to fly out. And Cameron noticed and quickly commanded for Watcher to do a bunch of shadow balls, attempting to get Swanna cornered as Watcher simply launches powerful shadow balls scattering in the battlefield. Swanna did its best to avoid most of the attack, but unfortunately one of the shadow gets a lucky hit on Swanna, forcing Swanna to land in the ground and forced to recover there. And Ash commands for a ruse here to heal up the Pokemon here, but unfortunately Swanna is wasting too much time as Watcher is getting up close with a powerful Hyper Fang, but luckily once Swanna managed to pull off Ruse, Ash quickly commands for a powerful Ice Beam and not aim it towards Watchog and aiming in the feet underneath, as Swanna simply uses Ice Beam to manage to force Watchog to slip and try to get back up, but unfortunately Swanna is already up in the air unleashing a powerful skull, and Watchog tries his best to use the tech to avoid any damage, but unfortunately since Watchog is doing such a different angle and not to mention is trying to get up while using tech, makes it very hard, but Watchog managed to pull off the attack and only took 1/4% of the damage, but it's still leading a severe damage to Watchog. And to mention, Ash knows that Swanna could handle this, but looks upon and Swanna's wing seems to get more and more worse, to the point where Swanna has to land on the ground and unable to fully fly up because of it, leaving Ash in a difficult situation, but likely has an idea that might just work, as a command for Swanna to charge in for a powerful aerial ace, as the Swanna simply does the his trainers told for and commanding a powerful doing complicated aerial moves, and Swanna they managed to pull off the move to the point where it seems like Swanna is levitated towards the ground, which made Cameron surprised and called the same tactic twice, as he attempted to use Watcher to use the attack again and using a hammer thing again, but to its surprise Ash calls for Swanna to use Ice Beam on his own wing and leads the both trainer and Pokemon completely surprised, as once Swanna managed to use Ice Beam on his own wing in taking damage as well, and once it's done, as Watchog attempted to use Hyper Fang on Swanna's wing again, but unfortunately since it's covered in ice, it acts like an armor here. And not only that, once Swanna uses its wing to crash towards a Hedgehog, it does even more incredible damage thanks to Ice Beam here, and because of this managed to knock out Watcher here, leaving Cameron with just one more Pokemon. He simply grins and looks towards his body, and Lucario calmly steps in the battle and standing in a fighting pose ready for Swanna to bring it, and Ash is being very careful here, even though Swanna should have the advantage, but it's useless because Swanna could not fly out if it really wanted to because of its wing. So Ash has to quickly trick Lucario here, and Swanna attempted to use Aerial Ace, and it attempted to do a fake out by thinking Lucario is able to block it, but as soon as Swanna quickly changes his projectile going behind, Lucario seems to sense it and unleashing a powerful bullet punch, and this move seems to knock out Swanna here in one move, leaving everyone surprised here, even including Ash, and returning Swanna here and feeling pretty bad that Swanna is being pummeled that fast, but luckily he has two options here, but he's unsure one of them is a good choice, so reluctantly Ash looks towards Pikachu, and Pikachu simply nods and sent back in the battlefield ready for Lucario. But Ash seems to look at Cameron, and Cameron is a very weird state because Cameron is closing its eyes, including his Lucario. It seems like these two are attempted to be fighting this as one being, and once they meditate is over, Lucario opens his eye and ready for Pikachu, and Pikachu simply uses a powerful quick attack, but unfortunately Lucario already senses where Pikachu is going to hit, so Lucario quickly picks up with a powerful bullet punch, and this seems to do a slight damage to Pikachu, but every time it attempts to use quick attack and tries to hit Lucario, it seems Pikachu is already caught by bullet punch again, and as quickly caught Pikachu, it's not worth doing it, and besides it doesn't matter if Pikachu could spin around and make the opponent confused, because Lucario can always sense where he's going, making the situation even harder, and for Ash to launch a powerful thunderbolt, but it seems like Lucario took the attack pretty straightforward and gets closer with a powerful power-up punch, and once Lucario managed to hit Pikachu by his side, it seems like Lucario seems to get stronger from the power-up attack, leading Ash to be sweat dropping here. But unfortunately, Ash has no time on thinking a quick strategy, as Lucario is doing a pose and commanding a powerful aura sphere, and Ash knows this move will never miss and quickly thinks a move here, and he quickly thought of it. It's a simple one, but it's going to work out as Lucario attempts to launch it. Pikachu uses its Thunderbolt to destroy the Aerosphere. It does manage to pull it off as Lucario takes a few rounds up the damage of the Aerosphere, but Cameron simply said that won't happen again, I promise you that, as he commands for Lucario to do a powerful close combat as Lucario quickly charges towards Pikachu and leaving Ash to be in a bit of a panic, so he attempts to use a very risky as he commands for Pikachu to activate its Thunderbolt but aim it everywhere in the battlefield, which is risky as Pikachu launches and releasing powerful thunders that is stored up his pouch here and unleashing throughout the battle, but unfortunately it seems like Lucario managed to again use its Aura Sense and locating the attacks are going to hit, allowing it to avoid some of it. But even though Lucario could sense the attack coming, he could not fully avoid it, meaning it still gets hit by the Thunderbolt and leading for Lucario for a powerful close combat towards Pikachu, leading incredible damage. But to Cameron's surprise, Pikachu isn't knocked out from that, and Lucario seems to be still in his fighting pose ready for the next exchange here, and Pikachu really looks red down here, and Ash is thinking here, and Ash quickly think of something and he grins to the idea it might be crazy, but it just might to actually do something, not to attempt to actually defeat Lucario, enough for a chance for Krookodile to step up here, and Ash is about to lay out his strategy to give Krookodile the success of winning the next exchange, as Ash commands a powerful Thunderbolt here, and Lucario again seems to dodge most of the attack, and Cameron is thinking to Ash is being desperate, calling all moves the desperate Thunderbolts here, but none of them it seems to do any sort of damage towards Lucario or just avoid anything. So Cameron is thinking Aura Sphere should do the job done, as Lucario simply charge up the Aura Sphere and launching towards Pikachu, but this gets Ash excited, leading Cameron to realize that he entered a trap, and Ash quickly commands for Pikachu to use Electro Ball, and Pikachu managed to charge up the Electro Ball directly towards the Aura Sphere as the two Aura Spheres clash one another, but to Karen's surprise, Pikachu is directing towards the Electro Ball using Quick Attack, and Pikachu is absorbed by Electro Ball, and because of it, this activates a very similar move that Pikachu has used before for tackle, and Pikachu is managed to go through up to the Aura Sphere and now charging towards Lucario, and Lucario managed to react in time as attempting use a powerful bullet punch and power out punch combination, attempting to push away Pikachu as the two moves collide one another, making a huge explosion. But unfortunately, Pikachu tried his best, but it took too much damage in the process, leaving Lucario to be the victor here, as Ash simply looks down and quickly learns something about Lucario. It seems to be paralyzed thanks to Pikachu, and this makes Ash grinned the situation. Krookodile just might have a chance here, as Ash quickly picks up his body Pikachu and simply looks at his next choice here, Krookodile's ball. As Ash declared Krookodile stand by for battle, as Krookodile simply flips his glasses and also still feeling the burn here. And not to mention, Krookodile is stealing Lucario, and Krookodile seems to take this one much more serious. Even though it was serious before, this time it's really focusing on determining to defeat this Lucario opponent. And Kramen could sense Lucario is really ready for the battle. And once the referee commenced the battle, the two seem to cause one move, Power Punch and Dragon Claw. Each Pokemon collide one another with the hiss, and both moves seems to cancel each other out. But when Cameron calls for a powerful Bullet Punch, Krookodile did took a bunch of the Bullet Punch, luckily being resistant to the steel type move, allowing itself to close the distance with a powerful Dragon Claw. As two Pokemon do a powerful flurry blows one another, but unfortunately even Krookodile is feeling the burn eating up its stamina, and Lucario is feeling the status, but unfortunately Lucario was paralyzed, and this is enough for Krookodile to get an upper hand on Lucario and doing massive damage to Dragon Claw. And once Lucario managed to knock off the pad inside of it, he simply uses Power Up Punch on Krookodile, and this seems to be an effective move. So Cameron commands for another Power Punch, but every time it attempts to use a third Power Punch, Krookodile simply opens its jaws and simply is grabbing on Lucario's face, meaning it's stuck, and Lucario attempts to use its other free hand to use a Power Punch, but unfortunately Lucario is simply too slow, as Krookodile is simply using Dig here and dragging Lucario on the ground, where Lucario is in the dark with a big disadvantage while it's in the domain of Krookodile's underworld here, doing super effective damage thanks to Dig, and Krookodile is simply not hitting Lucario and slamming it towards the hardened ground. And once Krookodile managed to get up and is still climbing on Lucario's arm, and simply throws Lucario in the ground and launches towards a powerful stone edge, falling down on the sky. Luckily, Lucario simply closes his eyes and quickly gets back up and unleashing a powerful Aura Spear, and the Aura Spear seems to knock away the stone edge and directly hitting towards Krookodile, as Krookodile is falling in the sky and Lucario is charging towards Krookodile with a powerful close combat that's power up but from power up, meaning it's going if Lucario even hits Krookodile, it's going to be a knockout. And Ash quickly thought of something fast and quickly realized something, so he quickly commands using Stone Edge like a mage shield to cover Krookodile, and Lucario managed to do a powerful flurry of blows of close combat, but luckily since Krookodile is covering himself with the Stone Edge, it only reduced the damage, but it still took the very effective damage. Not only that, close combat seems to lower Lucario's attack and allowing Krookodile to unleash another Dragon Claw mid-air. And once these two does a samurai pose and quickly look at one another and acknowledging both of them are strong, and immediately the two Pokemon clash their hands together, attempting to show off a strength pose. But unfortunately, even though Krookodile is much more bigger than Lucario being the fighting has an upper hand and allowing to showcase its strength here and able to win the test of strength between these two. But unfortunately, Krookodile has one thing: it has a jaw, a powerful one, and quickly uses a powerful crunch attack on Lucario. But unfortunately, Krookodile's crunch isn't effective against Lucario and simply managed to pull himself free and managed to do a flurry of Bullet Punch, but luckily Krookodile managed to slip through Lucario and try to get himself a distance away from Lucario by using Dig and attempting to he wait for a moment and plan for a sneak attack. But unfortunately for Crocodile, Lucario is facing an opponent that doesn't need to see where his opponent is. As Cameron quickly points out, Lucario sense waves and then do a power punch. And every time Crocodile tries attempt to surprise Lucario, it's simply that Lucario always knows where Crocodile is, and every time he pops his head, he gets beaten by a hair by Lucario's power punch. And Crocodile attempts to attack him again by using Death, but unfortunately every time he does this, look, he gets hit by Lucario every time. And one time when Crocodile is heading out, it simply grabs Lucario's leg and simply drags him again. But unfortunately Lucario won't fall this again and tries to use a power up crunch quarters. But unfortunately, since Lucario is blindly attacking in the dark, even though he is attempting to use Aura Spear, but unfortunately Lucario is a bit too flustered that environment is, therefore allowing Crocodile to do powerful crunch and dragging a combination, forcing the two to get up. But throughout the battle, Crocodile has been slowing and slowing down because of the Crocodile attempt to charge in Lucario once again with a powerful dragon claw, but immediately stop because the bird is finally catching up to it. And because of this, it forces Crocodile to stand still and try to get its breath. And this seems like the bird is really eating Crocodile's health pool, and Kraven noted this, so he commands Lucario to do a flurry of close combat. And Crocodile attempts to use Stone Edge like a mage shield, but unfortunately it couldn't do anything else because every time it attempts to move out of the way, Lucario is forcing it to pin it into the ground, where Lucario has no other choice attempting to block it, but this is useless because of its weakness, and close combat is the strongest fighting type move, meaning Crocodile at the point is going to lose it. And Ash is gritting, he's unsure what to do, but quickly realizes something, that Crocodile is getting angry and he has an idea that just might work. So Ash commands Crocodile to dig underground. And once Crocodile digs itself, Lucario simply waits and tries to sense, but there's one problem. Crocodile is not attempting to go up, it simply is staying there, is unsure what to do, and Ash simply calls for one move here. Crocodile, I want you to shake the battlefield. In that statement, everyone is simply shocked by this, but apparently when Lucario is looking at the ground, apparently it's shaking violently, and this is some sort of makeshift earthquake, even though Crocodile is in it, but since it's the strongest earth type move and Lucario is unable to dodge the attack and forcefully has to take it fully. And once Crocodile comes back, it seems that both of them seems to be in the worst of way, meaning just one more and then it's over, as Cameron simply calls for another close combat and Ash simply calls for a dragon claw, and the two simply charges one another. But unfortunately both of them our status are feeling as Crocodile is getting himself down, and Lucario's parry seems to slow him down, but unfortunately the parry seems to stop him, which is enough time for Crocodile to command a powerful dragon claw, and Crocodile managed to pull off the move, and everyone goes quiet until Lucario has no other choice but to go down, knowing that Crocodile is the winner here, leaving shocking everyone here. And Ash simply celebrates Crocodile here. And not to mention, Cameron picks up Lucario, picking himself. Ash, that was a good battle. I was convinced that me and Lucario would win this, but unfortunately you're the better trainer. And Ash simply is greeted and shake both of their hands. And the next day, Ash is notified his next opponent is Chip. And Ash is looking up in the stadium as Chip looks down that he just witnessed Ash's battle. And that's where we're gonna end the video here. So how do you guys liking this series so far, and do you think I made Cameron vs Ash more compelling than the actual anime? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and leave a notification and the next final part of Ash's tournament here. And next time, keep it humble, keep it peace.